husband has been paid for by the
Maharaja.
world order.
Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road, back again, back again. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down.
Hey everybody, Goldie here with another gameplay video. This time I'm going to be showing Kevin Nash Big Kev at 4-star gold with his gear. This was requested by somebody in my faction. I figured I have him 4 gold, I've got his gear, I've got most of the ideal trainers and coaches, so I figured I would take the opportunity to show you some gameplay of him. As mentioned, I have his gear. It is the Halloween Havoc 1996 gear with the hair down. That's how he looks without it. A little ponytail. And this, he's got all the tassely things. I think this is what DJ likes to do, is he likes to see if they stick. Kind of just whip around like a rodeo or something. I don't know. That's the gear. Hair down. Got the hockey player flow going. So the boost that it gives is moves that generate column break gems will create 1 more column break, which is huge for him because he's got 2 moves that generate column break gems. So this helps if you maybe don't have your Farouk at 9k, if you don't have Powerhouse Drew, that can really help. Let's take a quick look at the card. So he's an Attitude Era striker. This is NWO striker, not the Powerhouse, the striker version. His trainer at 9k, he generates 2 more block gems and 1 more row break gem. He has a bit of a plethora of tag links. So the Outsiders link, which is with striker Scott Hall. Red moves start with 4 more MP. The Diamond Exchange, which I believe is Trickster Razor Ramon. Gems do 15% more damage. Millionaires Club receive 60% less damage from yellow gems. That can be a lot of fun to nerf opponents in Showdown if you build Nash with a 40% armor belt and you tag somebody with the Millionaires Club and target showboats. The AI won't match their yellow gems because they'll do 1 damage. And New World Order link, matching black gems charge moves of that color by 1 more move point, which is perfect because he is a striker. And then your General Attitude Era link, which is gems do 10% more damage. And again, we've already gone over the gear. So I'm going to show about 4 movesets for you. Talk about some plate options, some tag options. So the first one we're going to look at is double red with his finisher. So the big boot, which deals 12,997 damage and make 3 random gems into column breaks. The sidewalk slam, which is deal 16,754 damage and choose a 5x1 area to swap into black gems. And the finisher, which is the jackknife power bomb, deal 32,582 damage, make 6 random gems into red gems, and pin the opponent. So the hope is to get some of those red gems to match, so you reload the other 2 red moves. Trainers and coaches for this build, I'm going to use Sting for more starting red MP, Big John Stud to get more red gems off of the finisher, Elias to help charge the finisher faster. You could use X-Pac to charge the 2 red moves quicker. And Powerhouse Drew, I'm putting him on there right now, even though he doesn't really do a whole lot. He's more of just a placeholder. Mine is not 9k yet, but when you have Powerhouse Drew at 9k, you do 15% more damage with your column breaks and you generate an extra 1. So I mentioned if you have his gear and you don't have Drew, it's a good substitute. If you have them both, it's even more powerful. You could also use Striker Trish at 9k. She has 75% more column break damage. Iron Sheik as a trainer. at 5k has 100% more call and break damage, and then Farouk, who we'll use a little later on, mine isn't 9k yet, but the full ability at 9k is generate 3 more call and breaks. I only get 2 because he's 3-star gold. I'm gonna go up against this Batista here. He's got a little more health, but we've got some perks and a 20% Fury, 20% armor belt. This isn't how I would recommend setting up his belt. I kind of took him halfway up and then got distracted by other striker projects. If you had a legendary strap for him, with this moveset, you could use a Viper's Strike plate, which when you break black gems, it turns yellows into reds. You could use a blue bomber, which generates random blasts, or the 2 words that does random cross breaks. So with perks and sting, the big boot is ready turn 1. It is a 6 MP move. So we'll hit that. This is where I would say match a red, but we don't have any to match, so we'll do that. He thankfully didn't take that wild card. I'm just gonna match the red just to pretend I did that on my first turn. Now we've lost all our call and breaks, that's fine because the move is ready again. So we'll use the big boot. Again, if Drew was 9k, we'd get 5. Naturally, 3 of the 4 went in the same column because that's how it works. It's not how it works, but that seems to be how it works. And we'll just throw that there so we get a bit of a wild card. And then we'll at least destroy 1 of the columns. And that'll charge our finisher. Oh, we got lucky. And we got lucky again. I guess I shouldn't really complain about where the column breaks ended up because that was pretty good. And it pinned him. Okay. So that was kind of a nice cascade. Anyways, you would hit the finisher, you would hope the red gems matched, and then you would hope the match would be over and you wouldn't need to recycle. So personally, the finisher double red is not my favorite moveset for him. This one isn't either, but at 4-star, he does get a 1 MP steel red MP move. So I just want to show the setup for that. It's the KO punch. I don't have it at level 13, but it's deal 11,999 damage at level 12 and steal up to 2 MP from each of your opponent's red moves. Again, it is 1 MP. I've switched my trainers out instead of Sting and Big John Stud because we're stealing the red MP. We don't need an MP trainer. I've put Farouk. Like I said earlier, mine isn't 9k yet, so we're only getting 2 extra column breaks instead of 3. And then I'm using Iron Sheik just to buff the column break gem damage even more. And we're going to go up against a double red opponent. It is a trickster. We're going to get a class advantage. Normally that's not what I would show, but I just want to show how the steal works. And we have a red match right away too, which is nice. See if we can get through this preview without him dodging. And that's a nice little cluster there. And he didn't kick out again. Basically what you would do is use the purple move to seal your red MP, use the 6 MP red move to generate column breaks and just kind of flood the board with them. And then when you see that you have 3 or 4 of them lined up, use red 2. Let's actually just try this again to see if we don't pin him. So we don't have a red match. gonna steal the red. Use this to get the random column breaks on the board. And I don't want to break them right now. I can't anyways. So I want to see how many I can get before we use the red 2 move. So again, I'm gonna wait. He'll probably break one, that's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Oh, and he dodged, go figure. That's okay. We'll steal the red back and try again. All right, we got a nice little group here. He didn't dodge. So I like to wait until there's like 3 or 4 in a row, or 5 within a 5x1. And that's when I'll use this red move and then just blam, blow up the board. He's done. That's a fun one, especially when you boost the column break damage because you don't need the MP or the gem color generation trainers. That one's a lot of fun. Again, not my favorite moveset, but very usable against double red opponents. The third moveset I'm going to show is double red black 2. Black 2 is the choke slam, deal 17,856 damage, and choose 2 gems to make into column break gems. We'll be using Sting for more red MP and Farouk. So the choke slam will be choose 4, and with the gear, it'll be choose 5. Let's get the random. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 of them. And luckily, that didn't break anything. So we have choose a 5x1 area to swap into black. And we also have choose 5 gems to make into column break gems. So I think what I'm gonna do is line them all up. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then use this and put it here. So that cascades into another column break and it attaches with this black gem on the right and should just destroy almost the entire board. That's a nice hit. And it's recharged everything. That would be a fun moveset to use if you were doing the Outsiders tag. I unfortunately don't have Scott Hall to show you that tag link, but with the +4 starting red MP, it would take away the need for Sting, so you could put Iron Cheek on there and make that even stronger. And I've got one more moveset to show you. This one might be my favorite, not the favorite of a lot of people's, but I'll go over it and I'll show you why I like it. So the last moveset I'm going to show is Tricolor, and that's a big reason why people don't like it, because it's 3 colors and you have 3 colors to charge, but it's 2 choose moves and a bunch of random column breaks, so I'm not overly concerned about trying to charge the moves when I have board control. So the purple 1 move is Snake Eyes, deal 18,917 damage, and choose 4 gems to destroy. And we're going to do that with the big boot that generates random column breaks, and the choke slam, which you choose 5 gems to make into column breaks. Now, the ideal MP coach for a tricolor moveset is Hollywood Hulk Hogan, who is super common. Everyone should have him. That's sarcasm. I don't have him. So I'm just leaving Elias on just because he's already there. I've substituted in Xavier Woods for more purple MP, and then hopefully we can choose to destroy into some cascades, fill our moves, and then blow up the board again. So we'll take the black match. It takes the black move longer to charge. And we're destroying 4, and we need 3 reds and 1 black. So that worked out perfectly. So let's go here and try not to get a cascade. Then we'll make a bunch of random column breaks. Didn't really land anywhere fun. That's okay. And a 4-match, horizontal 4-match would have been preferable, but we don't have that. That's okay. So what I'm going to do is go here, and then that'll destroy these 3, and then maybe we'll get a cascade, I don't know. But this should charge up the purples. And then we can choose to destroy. So we can choose to destroy these 3 columns. But let's do it in the fun way. Now we didn't charge the moves, but we got lucky. If you've seen some of my gameplay videos before, you know that I'm kind of a sucker for chaotic movesets. So with a little bit of board luck, that one could be fun. That's actually a really good moveset as a tag partner, because he comes in fully charged and then he can just pick and choose the parts of the board he wants to destroy. With a full Fury set, that would be crazy. Yeah, so that's the Kevin Nash gameplay. So I didn't mention any plate options for the tricolor. But that would be a massive help in charging some of the moves. So that new Trickster Rock plate that just came out, you break 3 red gems, you get purple MP. The Twilight Ritual plate, where if you break 3 red gems, you turn blue gems into purple. Really any plate that gains purple MP, since you're choosing column breaks. So like the smoke plate, if you break 3 blue, if you're going to destroy 5 columns, chances are you're going to get 3 blue gems in there. Or even the Godfather's Mojo plate, because that one is, 5 loot gems. Again, if you're destroying the board, you could easily gain your purple MP back that way. Eternal Positivity is another good one. That's black to purple. The DX Army plate, break purple, turn green into black. So there are some good options for his plates. He is a striker, so you most of the time would go full Fury. Again, I have him half and half. A lot of it depends on the move damage medal you have and the setup you're running. But he is a very versatile striker. He can do big damage. He has a lot of tag links. He can steal MP. The gear helps. Again, if you don't have your Drew at 9k or your Farouk at 9k, or if you don't have Drew at all, the gear definitely helps that. So thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure to like, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified when my next gameplay video comes out. I'd like to thank everybody for their patience over these last couple of weeks. I've been dealing with some stuff outside of the game. I'm okay, but thank you for waiting patiently for my gameplay. I really do appreciate it. Thanks again for watching. Take care.
Me and the